Oh, we're actually going right now. Hi, welcome to the... Wait, what week is this? I don't remember what week this is.
Heading into week 6.
Week 5.
So week 6.
Alright, welcome to heading into week 6 of the All-In Fantasy podcast. Oh, we're so glad you're here with us. I'm finally back from rage quitting this game, but then because I absolutely murdered everyone this week because Fnatic pooped the bed. Woo! My name is Max, I'm a feeder, and I'm also a rage quitter. I'm so unprepared for this podcast, but let's go.
My name is Dan.
Reformed rage quitter.
Yes.
My name is Dan, and I'm salty about Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors.
My name is Isha, and I'm happy that Medios threw that game so that, Immortals can get more points.
Can we do, like, basketball podcast right now?
No.
Damn it.
Do it at the end when no one cares anymore.
Alright, so welcome to the All-In LCS Fantasy Podcast. If you want to switch to our fantasy basketball section, just click on the timestamp somewhere like here. Somewhere here. We do fantasy LCS and we talk about things, but we're not very good at it, but we'll try our best anyways. We take a case study approach because we have our own crappy league that we're running in the background, and we use it as case study, talk about things we're doing well, not doing well, gambles, intuitions, gut feelings, what have you. And yeah, where are we right now?
What do you mean, where are we?
We're between weeks 5 and 6, and I'm still undefeated, so I resent that statement that we're not very good at it.
Well, somehow we were bad enough to give you Exodia, but I guess no one knew TSM was going to be this monster during the draft.
Dude, I told you before the draft, during the draft, and after the draft that I believed in Weldon.
True that. So I'm going to forfeit next week because I'm facing you, and I'm just going to like throw in a bunch of Splice players.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to throw a week, because for Tim, who is in second place, it's going to make it that much harder for him to catch up if you throw a week.
And Dan, you know what? Splice has a better chance than anything else to just randomly win a week. This is true. This is EU, where predictions don't exist.
If there's one thing I noticed, is EU is very... technically right now H2K has less points than what, like Splice and Schalke?
No, H2K has less points than Schalke, I think.
Well, if you truly believe in them, then go ahead and play them. But I say,
oh no,
don't intentionally throw.
They're 1 point ahead of Schalke.
So H2K is still what, third?
H2K is third. They have 15 points. Schalke and Splice are 14. Giants is 13.
H2K doesn't look that good.
Of course they don't.
They just need to pull out the Dre.
I dropped freeze. FYI.
It's okay. It's just freeze.
Alright, okay, anyways, let's try to find a little bit of structure and refer to our Google Docs. Okay, I'm proud to say I am not going to get clean swept this season in fantasy, so that's good.
I'm kind of disappointed about that.
The stars aligned for me this week. Huh?
I'm kind of disappointed about that.
Oh yeah, I was actually looking forward to getting swept. Like trying hard and getting swept and then find out at the end of the split I don't have the lowest points. But I guess that's not happening. But next week I'm against Exodia, so I'm just going to forfeit and start trolling. I think that's fair to say. C9.
Not so fair for the second place guy, but sure.
C9 got 2 L's. Take those losses, yeah.
Yeah.
NA is basically TSM Immortals versus the world. The gap is huge. Immortals is really good. I'm glad I have I'm glad I believed in Immortals. Dan can eat a sock.
It took like half
Phoenix
a split
won.
for Goonie to be fully back in meta.
Phoenix won. Yes. First win.
You're like, your spirit animal is the Phoenix one.
Yep. I identify with Gates.
You identify with Phoenix 1. The week that they got their first win, you got your first win.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like they're not winning another game this split.
Hopefully not.
I hate EU. I hate EU because I can't predict EU, and I don't know if I'm an idiot or I'm a genius, but like I'm never touching EU unless I'm running best game. As I stated, I picked up like 3 Splice players, and then I picked up Knight from Giants.
I love how Max is like one podcast behind.
Oh, real? Yeah. I watched a podcast last week.
Okay. Well, for me...
You know what?
I was like crying in fetal position in the corner because of my fantasy split. I was listening to your podcast and I was like, I disagree with these guys, but I don't know what to believe anymore. Alright.
Well, if you bet on Fnatic this weekend, or if you bet against them, you pretty much hit the jackpot. They completely shit the bed this week. I don't know what the hell happened there. And
by the end of EU, I was at like 20 points.
I pretty much hopped off the Apex train this week. I dropped X Special. Can't do it anymore.
What do we say?
Can't do it anymore.
You're like, Apex is the second best team in North America.
No, Envy is the second best.
Not anymore.
They're still the second best.
Okay.
What does Robert Wu want? I'm just gonna quit Skype for the time being.
Fuck Robert Wu. He doesn't even watch this
Robert Wu is talking about our anime's bad taste.
Robert Wu is killing conversations, even when he's not in this conversation.
No, this is fantasy podcast. This is fantasy podcast.
He's killing this conversation as we speak about him. It's in his genetic
you're killing him by talking about Robert Wu.
Alright. Back on track. Can I just say that this is the second week where EU has had an overwhelming amount of ties?
Yeah.
It's pretty much every week. I think most teams have more ties than they do have wins and losses combined.
Fnatic lost most of their games. Giants won both their games. And everyone else tied. Pretty much. Yep. There was a Spice game. And everyone else tied.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at this actually. Okay. Cumulative. We're week 5. Alright. G2 is at 5 wins, 5 ties, 0 losses. Fnatic is at 5 wins, 2 ties, 3 losses. And then H2K 3 wins, 6 ties, 1 loss. Shock 3 wins, 5 ties, 2 losses. Same with Splice. Giants is 4 win, only 1 tie and 5 losses.
Oh, so technically
Giants has been winning games and losing games.
Yeah, they've more won games than H2K.
They didn't tie a single game to this week.
Yep.
UL is 2 wins, 3 ties, 5 losses. Origin is 1 win, 6 ties, and 3 losses. Same with Vitality. And Rocket is 1 win, 5 ties, and 4 losses.
Yeah, I totally rescind what I said about preferring best of 2s, best of 3 all the way.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm really liking best of 3 now.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, TL. Zisha, you had some stuff to say about TL?
Oh yeah, so you know what? The past 2 weeks, I was like, what the fuck? They're gonna bring Fabi in. This is just because Piglet's tired or some shit, right?
I told you he's
done.
They're
like winning when they weren't before. Well, okay, yeah, but they're doing well with Fabi.
Dardoc.
That's true, but that's still something I never thought I'd say. TL is winning games with Fabi.
I told you, they're winning games with him, so there's no reason to fix something that's not broken.
I'm telling you, it was Dardoc to carry them out of early game. What? They had Moon before. Yeah. Moon's not an early game jungler.
I believe it now. Much as it pains me to say, this is some weird shit going on. I saw Piglet at my bench, just in case.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Alright. Let's see what else. Who needs a meta again? Playing Rumbles and carry top laners.
It's like finally truly time for Huni to have like a meta pool. Because before this he was playing like not tanks as tanks and then playing them aggro.
Yeah.
Which was like halfway between what he did last split and what he should have done last split. And then now finally like Aurelian Rumble and shit. Pretty fun to see.
Yeah, his Aurelian
game
fun
is pretty
the, fun to watch.
I like seeing the Aurelia Jax Trundle trinity of top lane right now. Where Aurelia just outclasses Jax whenever they go head to head, so you either have to ban Aurelia and pick Jax or take Trundle into Aurelia.
Nice.
There's no Renekton this time around.
No, I think LPL played a Renekton. It didn't go so well.
Well, I guess that...
Anything else to add for the recap?
Not that I have anything. So, I'm gonna move on. So we'll go over to this week's Week 5 matchups. So first matchup we had my team, Peel For Me versus Steph's How to Skill Shot. And nope, this is the wrong week. How to Skill Shot versus Rocket equals Challenger. Nope, that's the wrong week too. What the hell am I looking at?
No, that's the right week. That was week 5.
Oh, sorry. How to Skill Shot versus Rocket equals Challenger, right. I thought that was me for first team. But yeah, so Max finally gets his first win, as you guys can see.
This is the last week I'm putting money into HDK, even though in the 2 ties they had, they...
Oh shit.
Oh, Yankos did well for me, but then I think I'm ready to hop off HDK in for our Lord and Savior Trashy Copy and who's a mid laner. I'm starting him out. Oh, Sencox. There we go.
It took you half the season to believe in Copy, eh?
Yeah.
And I still don't believe in Copy.
Immortals had a shaky early season, especially because they faced up against TSM and Cloud9 a couple of times. But then I'm glad I've stuck out with the Immortal players. Adrian is probably not as good as Biofrost, but he's still a very not like survivable support, and he racks up those KDA, so racks up those assists. So I'm pretty happy with Adrian. I think I'm never going to give up on Huni because he got me 2 Pentacles last split, and this split he hasn't been stellar, but he's still been pretty good. I think I'm set in terms of top and support and possibly team for the rest of the split, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now it's just musical hot potatoes with everything else.
So yeah, your top, your support, and your team. It's just Immortals.
Yep. And I'm gonna drop Ninja because after he played YOLO Jihad Karthus, I'm done.
Hey, but remember, assists is greater than deaths. If you can get a lot of assists, the deaths don't matter.
Yeah, ideally you don't die.
Whatever, it's only half a point. Big deal.
No, I ideally he goes in. He YOLOs in, like turns on E, and then like starts skittling, and then he doesn't die, and then everyone runs away, and he stands in the spot, and he presses R, and then like he gets like a pentakill, and he's still there, and he goes back to base, and he heals, and he does that again. So that's my ideal situation. But he has to die because I don't know.
He has to die
because he's playing Karthus.
It's never gonna be ideal.
Nope.
That's your ideal situation.
No, the ideal situation is the absurd amount of farm Karthuses usually get will offset the fact that you have to die.
You mean
unfortunately, Ninja didn't farm so well in that Karthus game. He only had 345 CS. Come on.
Even then, it takes 50 CS to negate 1 death.
Yeah, do you know, dude, Karthus on average, averages 200 more CS than most other mid laners.
There's only so much CS you can get in 30 minutes. Anyways.
Have you ever wondered why Carthage is always the one breaking the record? Have you seen how Froggen and Scar dirty farms everything in like season 2?
Alright, so
it's back when like Wraith was like super easy to kill.
Second match, we had Tim's team versus Zisha's team. This one was pretty close, and it pretty much came down to pole belter. I was really hoping that game would extend longer, because I wanted to see Zisha lose.
Once TSM was finished, it was like everyone was done except for pole belter. Like, I started watching at the beginning of the second game, and I'm just like, I hope pole belter doesn't get like millions of kills on Victor. And he started to. And I'm just like, please C9 just roll over and let them win. And so media's through for me.
It was pretty bad. I was watching it as well too. I was like, come on, pole belter. Prove me
I only
wrong.
watched game 1. I laughed and then I went and washed my car.
Game 1 was so funny. Like, I was just laughing. This is the most retarded game ever. If you guys have time and you haven't seen it, just go back and watch it. Game 1. Immortals versus Cloud9.
Oh shit. Dan, 420.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, my team faced Chris's team, and I completely shit on his team. Yeah, that's his fault for picking Fnatic. Suck it, Chris.
Bunny Fufu and Fnatic.
Bunny Fufu. He didn't even like do 4 games this week.
He played 2 games. Well, 2 games are counted.
Okay, granted, he has 2 teams which are good picks, but they just completely did not deliver. I mean, he has Cloud9 and he has Fnatic, even though it is technically really bad to have Bunny Fufu or Smoothie. But
I had Cloud9 too.
I'm pretty sure up till the end, Cloud9 is gonna play Bunny Fufu and Smoothie like back and forth every single set.
Yeah, why not? Smoothie's good, Bunny's good. But yeah, if I was Chris, I'm gonna message him. It's like, hey, you should pick up another support. What's another good support that's available in our league right now?
A free support?
Raze.
I dropped Mickey, didn't
Milky X.
It's like Vander is there. Might as well just pick Vander. Vander or Matt. Yo, TL is doing good. You should pick. X special. It's like right there. How cool is that?
X special. But yeah,
I would.
G2 finally.
I could bet on that right now.
G2 finally played good again, especially Trick. Trick just went off for that one game. Carried me.
That one game against Origin.
Yeah. But yeah, more or less it's a pretty standard week for me. Some guys doing good, some guys doing bad. Okay, so that brings us to the standings. Current standings in our league. Last place, we still have Max at the bottom, but he finally gets a win. 5th place, Steph's team drops down 1 spot to 5th. Chris's team drops down 1 spot to 4th. My team jumps up 2 places into 3rd place. And Tim is in 2nd place.
Equal records.
Yeah, we all have equal records, but I'm ahead because of points. Total points.
Yeah, we're like EU.
Yeah, Tim is in 2nd place. He didn't change at all, and Zisha is still in 2nd place, and he didn't change.
Hey, you know, I have more points than Steph.
Well, considering that Piglet didn't play for 2 weeks, like she was playing with a 1-man short for like 2 weeks, and then this year,
no,
this
she had
week,
Dardoch starting.
Huh? Oh yeah, her very first week she had no jungler, and then the 2 weeks after that she had no AD carries. So considering that is pretty good. You should be ashamed of yourself, Max.
Yeah. I had to run into you that week. You got like 1 trillion points, and then
that has nothing to do with your points.
You scored 1 trillion points. Huh?
Our points have nothing to do with your points.
No, but like, there are weeks where I did exceedingly well, just not well enough.
Anyways, so yeah, this moves us on to week number 6. And our week 6 matchups. This is me against Steph. What do you guys think of this matchup here?
Let me see. It's hard to say. You're probably gonna switch your team.
Me? G2's gonna do well.
No, whatever my team is.
I'm gonna say G2's gonna do well and you're gonna win.
G2's playing Giants and Roccat, and what? H2K is playing Giants and Shulker.
Look at my new support. I have more EU players. Oh god.
I think you're gonna lose. Actually, no. You might win because I'm guessing TSM's gonna slaughter. I think TSM's gonna go 3 games with Cloud9, so they're only gonna score well 1 game. So you might have a chance there.
We'll see. Well,
and,
they just got
also
shit
facing
on.
Immortals.
Yeah, they just got shit on.
You know what might actually happen? You know what might actually happen with the TSM games that I've been thinking about but not entirely sure of? Okay, here's how it goes. TSM is playing what, C9 and Apex, right?
Yep.
They're gonna over prep for C9, and then they're gonna go to 3 games against Apex.
Probably.
And so Apex might actually be a good pickup this week.
I don't know. I've been watching Apex.
I'm not getting baited.
I've been watching
Apex. I'm not getting baited.
And X Special has been making some stupid plays. Like,
I think I have a better shot with this team than I have with Apex against you. But even though I'm pretty much like forfeiting this week already. I'm just running like a bunch of Splice players. I'm running Giants.
Okay. Matchup 2, we have Chris versus Tim. What do you guys think of that matchup?
Tim.
Depends if Fnatic rolls over again.
I'm not
Chris
too big on those Vitality players. But apparently,
I believe Fnatic is OG.
They've been doing decent.
Fnatic versus OG.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Tough to predict this one.
You know what? If Tim switches out one of the Vitality players, I think he has a chance. Or his OG players. No, OG is an easy week here. No, his OG players are okay. I think
Apex,
Chris is probably like if Chris hopped off Bunny Fufu, he would have like won 20 more games.
Yeah. No. Okay. Here's the thing about Tim's team is as long as he has 2 Vitality players and 2 OG players, he's just gonna have 4 ties and he'll do mediocre every week.
I guess.
Okay, week 3. We have Z versus Max. What do you guys got to say to each other?
No chance. Move along.
You know what's gonna happen.
Spice has a pretty good week though, don't they?
They do, but still, no chance. Move along.
It's
not called Exodia for nothing. If you assemble all 5 Exodia, you auto-win, which is exactly what Zisha has right now.
Zisha almost lost last week.
Do you
think Fnatic's going to do that against Vitality UOL?
Yeah, but you also have Huni, Adrian, Immortals, and Splice.
Okay, Max.
Are you doubting your team?
No, don't Stephen A. Smith me right now. It's not happening.
You just have to hope for Huni to get 2 pentakills this week.
Well, that gets you like 20 points versus like Bjergsen getting 100 points. Like Huni can get 2 pentakills and he'll end up with like 80 points, and Bjergsen just gets like nothing, 120 points, no big deal.
What if a TSM overpreps for C9, but C9 beats them anyways, and then Apex beats them because they underprep for Apex, and then Fnatic fall over dead again.
Yep. And then Knight proceeds to slaughter Perks, and then proceeds to slaughter Ryu, and then Kabi goes off against Rocket and Shulker, and then Senkux is EU mid, and then Trashy is actually not Trashy, and then
Rocket is bottom of the standings right now.
If the stars absolutely align, then I could see it happening, but no.
Hey, you know what else is gonna happen? Phoenix One is gonna beat TSM. one of these days.
Yep. It would be typical TSM thing to lose to Phoenix 1, but they just beat them.
Actually, Phoenix 1 doesn't have any more games against TSM this split, do they?
Well, Phoenix 1 beat them in the first game. Oh, did they? Or no, they were close.
No.
No, do you know what? Phoenix 1's going to beat TSM in the playoffs.
No, Phoenix 1 is not even going to make the playoffs.
They're going to gauntlet their way back and win. They're going to gauntlet their way back, win, and then, what is it? End up in the number one guaranteed seed.
Okay, so
in Worlds.
Which is a better team, Phoenix 1 or Echo Fox?
Echo Fox.
Echo Fox.
Still.
Really? I feel like Phoenix 1.
Froggen is an X Factor. Froggen and Keith.
I feel like Phoenix 1
is an X Factor. Keith and KFO are at least competent.
Yeah.
But they've been like getting worse every week. Like they haven't shown any improvements. They played every team already, and they only won once.
Does match going off one game count as an improvement for Phoenix 1?
Yeah. That's not bad.
Well, we'll find out.
I guess Froggen's just gonna be
this week.
Froggen's just gonna get relegated and he's gonna retire.
We'll find out this week when Echo Fox plays Phoenix 1. Okay. We'll see who's better.
All right, let's move on to the predictions.
Okay, predictions. Take it away, Max.
I think Huni. I still think Huni number 1. And then I'm going to put Hanster. Once again, I live by the motto that, if your team's winning, you probably score okay. So I think Hanster is a safe bet. And then Gamsu as well, because Fnatic is still pretty good at the end of the day.
I think if your team's winning and you're probably going to score okay doesn't actually hold true for Gamsu. I've had him in my bench. I've been keeping an eye on him every week. His team wins, and then he scores like 50 points.
Oh, yeah, remember, there's also me telling you what to do, so you should probably pick, like, Sarah first or something, because I have Sarah for the 8th.
Or if you should pick Parang second.
Steve in there. Why not? Steve, why not? Steve in accounting?
Yeah, put Steve in there too.
Yeah, I think Wonder's gonna do okay there as well, because they have a pretty easy week. Impact, because Cloud9 Fiesta, whatever. And I put Surf there, because I actually don't know who to put at 8, so I was like, whatever.
Not bad.
Yeah, basically. I think Expect will do well this week, because they have 2 games that they're probably going to win, maybe, even though it's EU. They're more likely to win than to not win.
My lineup is pretty interesting, as you guys can see. I'll explain a little bit more once we get to mid lane. But let's move on to jungle.
Okay, I'll raid over first. I feel like raid over is a safe pick and trick because G2 has a pretty easy week. Spence scaring because Exodia. I want to put Dardoch there because TL looks pretty promising, and I might as well just like hop onto TL a little earlier because they're ending up at 4th place anyways. And then Trashy from Splice. I think Splice has been putting themselves as putting up a pretty mediocre split so far, which is an improvement over what we thought they were going to do, which was trash. Trashy. And I'm going to put Meteos there because I think C9 had a bad week, but I believe in Reaper. And then Yankos, because Yankos is do or die. He either does really well or he tilts. And okie dokie. And then I put Gilius there because might as well. Hey, just throw in some other EU junglers in there. Because Gilius has been scoring pretty well too.
Okay.
I think when I was making this, I confused Lorlo for Dardoch and decided I didn't like Dardoch. Because I should have Dardoch in here.
Well, as you can see with mine, I don't have Dardoch or Meteos in there. I wonder why. But I'll explain that.
They have hard weeks, actually.
I'll explain that when I get to mid. I lost the feed
Does
on
it
Zisha.
all just depend on
I lost the feed on
matchup? Oh.
I lost the feed on both of you guys, but that's because of my internet connection. But I can still hear you guys.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say I think I believe in Gilius this week.
Okay, so
that's all. That's it.
Let's move on to mid then. Go ahead, Max.
All right, the arc's in.
Can I just say that I think this is the record of how many Immortals players Dan has had first.
Yep.
Okay, first of all,
like ever.
I explained in the last episode, if you guys weren't paying attention, that I'm not an Immortals hater, because I supported Immortals in season 1, or the first split, spring split. I supported them tremendously, and the reason why I'm being hard on them is because they haven't been playing up to their expectations. That's why I'm being hard on them. But
dude, you were hard on them when they were second place.
What, in last split?
No, like this split, for like the 3 weeks when they were actually doing well and you were still putting them at the bottom of your top 8.
No, they weren't doing well. They were winning their best of 3s, but they weren't winning both games, which they should be. They shouldn't be going to a third game with Immortals. Getting your feeds back. So that's my expectation. I'm expecting Immortals to win a lot more of these games 2-0. And same with TSM, like, except I'm expecting TSM to go all 3 games for some reason. I don't expect...
They always go 3 games against one of the teams.
I don't expect Immortals to be first place. I actually think TSM should be in first place. But I expect the games that Immortals does win to be 2-0s. Like, there are some games that they should not be going 3 games on. So that's why I'm hard on Immortals. And I'm still going to be hard on them because I think Envy is second best.
Do you think TSM possibly going to 3 games in one of their matches puts them below Senkux, though? And Ninja?
Aha! Aha!
And Betsy?
Okay, so as you can see, this mid thing, it looks really fucked up, and you're probably like, okay, maybe top and jungle, okay, kind of makes a little bit of sense if you like look at most of the picks, but here mid it goes crazy, and you're just like, what the fuck are you thinking? So let me tell you guys, my entire week predictions in every single position as well as the teams, I went back into the previous splits scores and just did whatever points they got against that team earlier this split. And based on those added points, this is the rank that the players come in. So Betsy, he got over 100 points against the 2 teams that he's playing against this week. Now I know half the split has already gone and teams have changed and they've got better, but for you guys to understand what my picks are, not necessarily that I agree with them, but these are what the points are. I don't necessarily agree with my picks, but this is just what data has. These are the data predictions.
I'm not saying that I don't believe in Senkux this week, because I actually think he might do okay, but Bjergsen at 7.
I don't know why you pasted this, because it's not going to show up.
I tried to do the actual image, but it's not working.
Anyways. Yeah, so that's why my picks seem a little bit odd.
Okay. We'll find out if Dan's right.
Yeah.
So, okay, I guess we'll go on to ADC.
I don't really care if Max doubts me because he's wrong anyways.
Yeah. I'm not doubting you.
Data is more correct than Max.
So Max isn't doubting you. which means you're wrong.
The only thing I pointed out is like, weren't you like Immortals hater? So I was like, Pole Belter, and you were like very adamant about not liking Pole Belter.
Yeah. But Pole Belter.
Okay. Anyways,
based
I
on the
put Reckless
stats
first
of the
because
previous.
I think he has an easy week. Shut up, Dan. We're moving on.
Pole Belter had high points. What can I say?
Yo, how do I kick this guy? Alright, Reckless number 1, easy week. Plus, I think they're gonna swing it around. Once again, double lift because if you win, you tend to score better. And Wild Turtle, same situation. And Sneaky, I still believe in Sneaky. If you have Sneaky, I'll still start him. And then I put Kabi in there because I think he's had Kabi, Mr. Rales, because they've had enough split weeks to really show off what they have. And I'm also gonna put Expeke in there because I think Origin is doing a lot better now, and Expeke still gets caught. But once again, death is only minus half a point, and a kill is 2 points. So yeah, and Lod. Just why not? Actually, I probably would put like. I probably might not put Lod here. I might put like Freeze or someone, or like Sven, because I completely forgot about him.
Yeah, Sven should be in there. Lod, Rallies, and Kabi are players that potentially could really go out this week just from who they're playing.
Yeah, again, my picks are based on points from the first half of this split. So, yeah, I don't know. These are the players that did good, and they scored very well against the teams that they're playing this week. I do have a honorable mention.
Follow-up question.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a follow-up question for you, Dan. So in the weeks that you got data from to make the predictions for this week, in those weeks when they were actually being played out, where did you predict Immortals to be?
I don't remember.
Like the Immortals players, like Velter.
I think in week 1 I had them pretty high.
Right?
No, in week 1 I had them high. In week 1 I had them high.
When did they play these two teams? I gotta look at this. Alright, so they play Envy and... Where are they even? Okay, they play Envy and Liquid. When did they play Envy and Liquid? They played...
Okay, you go find that information out while we carry on. But I have honorable mention here with Sneaky. That is not based on points in the calculation. I just feel like I would have put Sneaky in there somewhere if I wasn't going based on the first half of the split. Okay,
very well.
Let's go to support.
Alright, Balfrost. And then Balfrost, Adrian, Yellowstar, and Miffy. I think 4 good teams. I'm pretty safe about feel pretty good about them. Sprattle, because I think he's proven to be pretty good. I like him. Shulker. Mickey, because he's on Giants. No, he's on Splice.
I don't know where Milky is.
One of the teams, but I think he's okay too. Vander, H2K, I don't even know. I think Vander's always kind of scored really well. He has like moments where he makes big plays and gets like 1 trillion assists. So like good for him, and Mad because TL's doing well. Nothing much to see here.
For my support picks, I just have to throw in the disclaimer. Anywhere from like 5 to 8. These players might have got 40 points against one team and then 10 points for the other team, but they still made it in the top 8. Just a disclaimer there. Alright, go ahead, Zisha.
Alright, so I'm just making sure. Okay, so in week 3, which is when Immortals played Envy,
yeah,
you didn't even have Poe Belter on your top 8.
Oh yeah. Because I believed in King.
And in week 4, when they played Liquid, you had Poe Belter at 4.
That's still pretty good. But at the same time, Piglet didn't play that game.
I don't hate Immortals.
I don't. But they didn't play well throughout the split. in my opinion, compared to what they were doing last split. They're definitely playing below expectations.
They played bad compared to last split, but they've still consistently played better than people you've put them below on your predictions.
It's okay, it's a prediction. I'm sure none of your predictions are 100% as well, too.
No, I'm mostly right about TSM.
Well, if you take a look at my predictions this week, you know, based on the points, Double Lift and Biofrost didn't do good against those teams. Or didn't do exceptional. So, I mean, TSM players have been consistent week in and week out. And they might have played really well against one team and so-so on another team, which still got them really good points throughout the entire week. But, like, there's a lot of 3 games with them. So, point-wise, like, it doesn't meet their record, their LCS record. You'd expect them to be putting up higher points with the record they have, but because it's the best of 3, that's not going to happen.
We good?
Yeah.
I like how we are like doing a case study focused podcast, and Dan's like pulling up advanced stats, analytics.
It's not advanced stats. It's just one game from the previous, from just this first half of the season.
Up TSM first.
The sample size is one game.
G2. I put Splice 4th because why not? Since I'm like pretty much sucking Splice D this week anyway, so I might as well suck them all the way. Yeah, might as well swallow, right? And then I have Immortals 5th. Envy 6, I don't know why, but since Envy always goes late game, so might as well. I think, if you go late game, you get more towers, you get more dragons, so sure, why not Envy? I think OG is doing better, so I'm going to pick OG. They're a very good objective team as well. So, and then HTK also a very good objective team. I'm not quite sure about OG and HTK, but, I'm willing to take a gamble.
OG's been at least tying in the last few weeks, which is better than they've been doing before.
Look, I have Immortals as number 1. Based on stats. But yeah, I guess like the top 8 teams, it pretty much looks very similar. And also TL and S Shocks also gets an honorable mention from me. They could easily be in the top 8. That's all I have to say.
TL is a team that's been on the rise but has a not so easy week, so they might be there, they might not be. I think Shulk has an easy-ish week to be in the top 8.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, moving on. Are we going to part 2 of our segment, which is going to be fantasy basketball?
You can do that off air.
No, we should do that in the shoutouts. Just turn this into another 5-minute random basketball rant.
Nobody here cares about basketball, except for me and you.
I think our viewership spiked because we started talking about basketball and people were intrigued. Actually, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just pulling it out of my ass. But I think Kevin Durant fits the Golden State Warriors actually really well because he's an upgrade over Harrison Barnes no matter how you look at it. Dude, they even play similar.
For sure.
Except Harrison Barnes can't find a stroke for his life.
He definitely fits into the Golden State Warriors team. Except,
personality-wise, no.
This is something where nobody's going to complain about Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, but at the same time, everyone cried about LeBron going to the Miami Heat. And at that time,
you know what?
The Miami Heat weren't even the number 1 team in the East. They barely made playoffs, if they even made it at all. I can't even remember.
I'm going to make one prediction about Kevin Durant, okay? He's going to be such a PR nightmare this coming season.
Why?
Because he's a PR nightmare already, and he's supposed to be the hero. Have you seen the crap that he says in press coverages and like all that kind of stuff. It's like if I was his PR person, I'd be like shaking my head already, and that is before he became the villain. Because now he's 100% the villain by going to Golden State Warriors.
I don't see what he said. Like, what? Give an example.
He's going to say so much crap, and it's gonna suck. And I think one of the flaws of KD is he runs his mouth. I mean, when you look at people like LeBron, he's like they're very like tame on social media. KD is not like that.
I don't know. I think KD just really believes that he's the best player in the world. And he's going to talk like he is. I mean, look at...
Steph's the real MVP.
Please, come on. Kevin Durant is the best player on the Warriors team. Without a doubt. Stephen Curry is the second best. Stephen Curry is only going to get better because Kevin Durant is on that team.
You know, the most I think one of the things that Golden State they don't run really well is they don't run pick and roll really well, which is amazing because Draymond Green is a good pick and pop as well as a good pick and roll, and he's a good passer as well. I can imagine right now it's gonna be Steph Curry, Draymond Green pick and roll, and then he's gonna pocket pass to Draymond Green, who's gonna find KD, and he's either gonna get a switch or he's gonna shoot off the catch. I think that's like I'm getting hard off that.
Well, Stephen Curry makes a lot of shitty behind the back passes that go out of bounds because he doesn't know where his behind the back passes are even going.
Yeah, some of them are good.
But he's lucky that Kevin Durant has a 7-foot wingspan, so he's going to be able to catch those shitty passes. It's trash tier.
I was just reading about this today. It's like, Stephen Curry is a very ball dominant guard. Pretty much Russell Westbrook has been priming him for this trade for like 7 years.
I don't want to hear Stephen Curry ever get compared to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook shit on Stephen Curry, and he will continue to do so. Curry cannot guard Westbrook.
Oh, they cut off for a second.
Yeah, Zisha get cut off. My
Zisha just doesn't want to listen to our NBA talk. All right, anyway, do you guys have any shoutouts?
I'm reading a Path of Exile developer Q&A.
Yeah, shoutouts to Pau Gasol for joining the Spurs. So it's basically the only teams that matter in the NBA next season are the Spurs, Warriors, and Cavaliers, because nobody else in the East is gonna beat the Cavaliers.
I'm sad because my dad left me to go to Orlando.
What?
70 million for 4 years.
Who? Biombo?
Yeah, Biombo.
What did you say? Your dad?
No, what everyone says Biombo is my dad.
Oh, okay.
You're not well versed in the meme.
No,
meme
I don't give a shit about Biombo. He's overrated.
What was so good?
He was good for a few games.
I wish Valanciunas was defensively 1/3 of how good Biombo was.
Yeah, but he's like 10 times better offensively than Biombo is. So you gotta pick your poison.
Perfect big to come off the bench.
You gotta pick your poison.
Because when you have in our second unit, when you have firepower of Terrence Ross, Norman Powell, and like Patterson or whatever F, then Biombo is the perfect fit.
But now we have
play down low. You can.
Now we have a 7-footer.
Biombo.
We have a 7-footer rookie.
Yeah, but rookie bigs take forever to develop. If we could have kept Biombo, we wouldn't need that guy. We could have drafted like Sabonis.
But we don't have $60 million to spend on this scrub.
No, we don't. DD took a pay cut. Biombo didn't take a pay cut. But you know what? Good for him. He can go feed his Colombian children or whatever. Or he can feed like half the world.
He needs to, because this is his only chance. This is the only chance to get a big contract. He's got to take it.
Yeah, good for him. Like good for him. He got the big paycheck.
Nobody's blaming him. Just like Della Vadova. Nobody's blaming Della Vadova for leaving.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna get a big check in Cleveland ever, and if somebody wants to pay him 30-something million or whatever it was that he got. Take it. Nobody's gonna be pissed off at you.
Yeah, but you know what? New York's good now. Brooklyn's getting better.
I don't know if New York's good. I don't know if I can say healthy. New York's good.
New York is good if healthy.
Didn't Oklahoma get somebody as well too? It's Westbrook and somebody else.
Oladipo.
Yes,
Oladipo.
I'm excited for that, and also excited for Jimmy Butler and Rajon Rondo. Even though the rest of the Bulls got gutted.
Oh, I guess the Kings can't catch a break. Sorry, dude.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Sorry, DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins, go to Cleveland.
No, he's gonna get into so much crap with J.R. Smith and Kyrie Irving.
Whatever.
Anyways, I think Sacramento needs to go on a fire sale and just like it's over. It's over.
Pretty much, and they're gonna get rid of Rudy Gay too.
Might as well. Well, whatever. Rudy Gay is past his prime.
What you gonna do, Boogie? What you gonna do?
Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in to All-In Fantasy Basketball Podcast.
Yeah, and you got baited into Max's basketball podcast so hard.
Asshole.
It was so easy. He was just like, hey, let's start talking about DeRozan.
Fucking Kevin Durant. Fuck you, Kevin Durant.
All right.
Peace.
We're done. We're done.